even record the struggle that's happening right now.
I know. It's just not working today. Check to see if he's conscious.
He's conscious. I'm calling it.
I held you close to me, so call out my name.
Anything?
It's too late.
Take this. I'm gonna have to take course of light.
We're not
I'm not
of
taking
age.
NASA. Whatever that is, Chevrolet. Alright, let's go check out.
What?
Alright. As my next guest, we are here with Dean.
Dean, yeah, aka Chris, but I'm
Yes,
going by Dean now.
why don't you tell them why your name is Dean now?
Well, because in this film program that we're in right now, there's 4 Chris's that I know of already, including myself, so I'm just going with Dean now because
Yeah.
ask yourself this, viewer, how many Chris's do you know? If you name more than 2, you win. Nothing. Just you win my point.
How was your childhood? What was your upbringing like? I know that you are an only child, just like me. We
Yeah.
have that in common.
We're the OCGs. Only child gang. That's what I like to.
Yeah, we are.
Only child. That's how we bonded. So yeah, I was the only child. Lived with both my parents, mom and dad. Still do. And I guess they say only children are usually spoiled. I kind of agree. You're kind of spoiled because you get anything, but people think that it's easy. It's not easy. Like we still got to do all the work in the house. So imagine if you have like a brother or a sister in the house. You do the dishes like maybe 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Only child, you gotta do it every week.
You gotta do it every week, every
Everything.
single day.
If you got a brother or sister, you share the load. You know.
Right.
One day you take out the trash, the other day your sibling takes out the trash. One day you do the dishes, then the other day your sibling does the dishes.
And we do know that that's not always the case. If you have siblings, sometimes they make you do everything.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I had a regular childhood. Just had friends in the neighborhood and played around. And then middle school, I went to Memorial High. Shout out. And yeah, school was fine. I liked it. A lot of you guys from Broward, a lot of you guys say that you hated like your high school years, or not maybe hated, but didn't like it. I feel like I liked my high school years.
Oh, really? Because I was gonna ask you, like, how was high school for you? Like, what did you do? Did you do anything?
It was fun. I did football for a little bit, and
Oh, you did? That's
yeah, I did football for a little bit. Middle school, I was into soccer. I did that in middle school, but high school, I did football for like half a season. I just wasn't, because I did like my senior year, and I wasn't starting, so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna like sit on the bench for like half my senior year.
Yeah.
So like, I wish that was like my one regret like in life so far, is that I wish I would have did football, like started it like my freshman year, and then did it, not just like went into my last year.
Yeah.
And then so that's one thing I wish, because I love football. I love sports in general.
Oh, really?
Like basketball and football. Soccer is okay. I'm starting to get into it.
So what are your teams?
New England Patriots for football. And NBA, I just kind of got into NBA like maybe 3 years ago. I don't really have a favorite. We're in Miami, so I just root for Miami because we see it all the time.
So you're the Heat?
Yeah, the Heat. So.
You're a Heat fan?
Heat fan, yeah. Dwayne Wade's nice. You know, we had LeBron for a couple years. That was cool.
I just saw one of the basketball players in like an episode of Parks and Rec. What's his name? Like Kevin Bosch?
Oh, Chris Bosch.
Chris
Close.
Bosch. So close,
It's
right?
very, because I feel like when you have I feel like I had a lot of good friends, and we had like maybe it was like 8 of us, and it was all guys, of course. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, no, I mean, we didn't want it to be, but that's just how it happens.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
That's just how it is. And so like every Fridays, come to my house in my room. And it was a decent sized room, so we could all fit. But my bed like kind of took up like half the room, so it'd be like 4 dudes on like one bed, and then like 2 dudes in one corner, and then 2 dudes in the other corner. And then we would go outside and play football, like catch.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
sweet.
if we weren't doing that, then we were playing Xbox or playing like Madden, 2K, Call of Duty, all that stuff. Order Chinese food or pizza.
What a sweet dude, man.
Yeah. So I liked high school. It was fun. And yeah, so I joined Film 4. Everyone in Film 4.
Yeah.
You guys are fun. I'm glad you're a new addition, a great added addition. First impressions, like of you.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
When I saw you with Jascard, I was like, why is Jascard sitting with this white girl?
With this white
Like, why is he-
girl. Why are you sitting with someone who's white?
No, not like that.
One thing I do want to talk about, I don't know if you feel comfortable talking about it, is your whole FAU situation.
Oh, sure.
Like, I want to know what happened with the transition over to BC.
Oh, okay. All right, so right after high school, I got accepted to FAU and another place. And so I went to FAU, and then I went there like right after we graduated. So like that summer, I did like 2 courses. I like took the train. God, that was like the worst summer. I had to take like 2 buses because it's in Boca Raton. So I had to take like 2 buses just to get to the train. And I took the train, got to Boca Raton, and I had to take another bus to get to FAU. So that was like, I'm glad I experienced it, because it was like, I don't want to be like the spoiled, I just drive everywhere, everything. So it was cool to experience. Like, I took the bus when I was in high school too, to like Aventura, like far places, just to see a movie.
Yeah.
But that was cool. I'm glad I like at least did that, so I could say, back in my day, I used to take 2 buses, a train, and another bus just to go to 2 classes, young whippersnapper. Don't tell me about difficulties. But yeah, went to FAU, and then I stayed on campus. After the summer semester, I stayed on campus for a year, for 2 semesters, fall and spring. And I did fine those 2 years. Like, I got like B's and C's, which I usually get. I'm not like an A student, but I did like B's and C's. And I did fine those 2 semesters. And then when I came back home, I don't know, I just fell off. Like, I got distracted and I felt too relaxed. And then I just started like getting like D's in my classes. And
so you went home and felt like, super chill, and then it didn't give you the boost you need for the next semester?
Yeah, for the next 2 semesters, maybe like 2.5 or 3. And I just got like, I probably failed like a semester's worth of like classes. So like maybe 4 out of like the 2 semesters.
Wow.
But yeah, I just wasn't doing the work. Like, yeah, I just wasn't doing the work. Like, I didn't even try. And plus, the major I was in, I didn't really care for it. I was just in a communications major. Every time they say when a person does communications, that's because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they want to major in.
Yeah, it's almost like being undeclared or something.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just so you wouldn't be officially undeclared. But I'm glad, like, God works in mysterious ways, and I'm glad like it kind of happened, because then I would never went to Broward and then found like the film program, because they don't have a film program at FAU.
So what is the best thing about being in the film program?
Yes. Obviously, like, learning everything is cool, like all the behind the scenes stuff. That's why you do the program, so you can learn all that stuff. And the people that you meet, all the friends, the networking. I love all you guys in the film program. Everyone's really cool and chill. But yeah, it's fun, like, just the camaraderie. I like being in a team. And so when you're making a film, you're like a team of people, and you're all like doing a separate thing, but you're all doing the same thing at the same time to like make one thing.
Yeah.
And so like I like compare it to sports. It's like there's different positions, but you're all trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like with film, there's different positions or different crew spots, but you're all trying to make a great film.
Yeah.
And so that's what I like. I like working with great people.
So the interesting thing about you is that you've seen a lot of superhero films mostly.
Yeah.
Why
That's
are you,
interesting.
yeah, why do you gravitate to those films specifically?
They're just action. Just action and comedy. It's just pretty cool. And I watched like all the Justice League's episodes when I was younger, like Justice League Unlimited, Teen Titans, Static Shock, Spider-Man, Batman, animated Superman. Like I'm just like a little comic book nerd a little bit, but not really comic book. Like I never actually read the books, so I'm not gonna say I'm a poser if I say, oh, I'm a comic book nerd. I just watched like the stuff on TV, but like I watched all that stuff all the time. I still watch them now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch Young Justice when the new season 3, and yeah, I just like all that comic book stuff. So seeing it come together in real life is pretty cool.
Are you born in Florida?
Yes.
So where?
Born and raised in Miramar, Florida.
Oh my God, Miramar.
Miramar, yep. Shout out Miramar. Miramar High School.
I want to mention that you want to be a director or a cinematographer. I know everyone wants to be in the crew. Like
Yeah.
that is like everyone that's
everybody.
been the two people that I've interviewed are just like, I'm just happy to be in the industry. But do you have that long-term goal of to be a director or a cinematographer?
I would say cinematographer. I would want to try to do directing. I think I could be a good director. I'm not sure. It's just what puts me off of directing is the screenwriting, but when you're a director, you don't need to write the script.
Oh no.
You could just pick one, which I think because screenwriting
It's
I hate
hard.
so much.
Okay, so the reason why we're at Guitar Center because as one of the hobbies you told me that you want to start playing piano,
Yes.
and maybe we can,
Oh God, no.
we can
we're
get
not.
it started, and maybe you play around with the keys. I don't know. I think it'd be a fun activity.
I did piano when I was younger. That's why I wish I stayed with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when I was like 12 or 13, like I had a little mobile keyboard that you just hold in your hand or whatever. Like it was decent size. And I did classes and everything, and then I just never stuck with it after that. After I did the classes. So that's
Well,
it.
let's see if you fall in love with it again. Dean, tell me where we're at.
We're at Guitar Center.
All right, Dean, it's your chance to shine.
Around the world, not just America. Yes.
Getting those hands ready.
The little whatever cape.
Yeah, the little maestro.
I just know that from Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
But
All right, Dean, show us what you got.
I bought a piano for dummies, basically. I was like, teach yourself to play piano. So, like, it's that first step to, not a dream, but a hobby that I just wanted to, what's the word? Just a hobby I want to bring back to life from my younger days.
Wow.
23, I'm so old. Ugh.
Spark that inspiration and, like, going in there. Just sparked something in you?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yep.
Wow.
Just sitting down, playing with the keys. Yeah. Just brought back memories, basically. Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Nostalgia.
was taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got an Hennessy in my hand. Passing up on my ways. I can't blame you now. I claimed you so proud and openly. And when times were rough, I made you, I held you close to me. So call out my name. Call out my name and I kiss you so gently. I want you to stay. You don't want me, girl, why can't you
the fuck?